to Asharanga channel. Today we are going to talk about burglar-proof bars. Building a house in Ghana reminded us once more that it was very necessary that we put the burglar-proof. Here in the UK we don't have it, we don't use it at all. No need, because you know the reason anyway. I don't want to say much, but we were advised that it was very important that we did use that in Ghana. But I didn't quite like that because it takes away the beauty. It takes away from the beauty of the house.
Yeah.
It makes you feel like you live in a prison yard, if you know what I mean. And you're somehow in your subconscious mind, you're constantly have this thing in your mind that you could be hunted down by burglars. You know, because when you look like left and right, you just see the bars and like, oh, security, are you safe? It's a constant reminder. It's not really that bad, but it is very important. But the thing is, here in London we don't have it. But I remember when we went to Spain.
Barcelona. I think
Barcelona.
We saw some of them. Yeah,
some of them.
That was interesting. Yeah.
So it's not just that. It's not peculiar to Africa alone. In some areas where you feel that there's a kind of roughness, you may want to, I think it's a good idea to put a burglar-proof bar on the windows or doors as you go along. So, if this is your first time of watching us on this channel, please could you subscribe to this channel? Could you like our videos? Could you share? And if you just click the notification button so that you get updates whenever we upload a new video to this channel. And I just want to say thank you so much for watching so far, for sharing, for your lovely comments. We really do appreciate all that. We appreciate your insights as well, and that helps us to carry on with our researches. And we thank you guys so much for being there, and your contributions are really very, very helpful. Thank you so much.
Indeed.
So Kingsley, when I know you showed me pictures of burglar-proof bars and you wanted me to choose. Exactly. So, what did you think about it then?
Well, like you say, they are necessary. They're necessary. Ghana isn't a dangerous country per se, but it's good to.
Every country is dangerous. Depends on.
Yeah, but I mean, there's levels of danger. I won't say it's Ghana's. You don't need to fear in that sense. But it's good to just have that just to deter any potential opportunities, so to speak. They're various designs. I mean, I'm showing you a couple of examples on your screen right now. There are various designs that you can go for, basic or a bit more fancy, to make it look a bit more attractive. And so it's necessary. We received a few quotations, and I'm going to share them on your screen. The first one, as you can see coming up on your screen now, was for the burglar-proof that used. They can use different sizes of pipes, as they call it, as well as iron rods, and I'll go through that in a minute. So the first quotation you can see on the screen, this quotation was using 3/4 inch pipes, okay, and that came up to a whopping 16,851 Ghana cedis. Now obviously that depends on the number of windows you have in your building. Now we love natural light, so we do have quite a few windows. Loads. About 37 odd windows across the ground floor and the first floor. So that works out about 455 Ghana cedis per window. Okay, so that's the first quotation we received. Second quotation coming up on your screen, this used 1-inch pipe, so arguably more secure, because thicker material take more time to cut. That came up about 22,891 Ghana cedis, which is 619 Ghana cedis per window. Okay, so again that will give you some idea of the cost that you would incur as well when you are deciding to build or in building your property in Ghana or anywhere in Africa, really, because we're all very similar. They use the same type of bars in Biafra, for example. Yeah,
they do it a lot. In fact, you wouldn't have build a house without putting the bars up, because you don't want to hear stories.
Exactly. So it's a common feature across the entire continent, But thinking about this further, we decided that we love the design. We like the design that's on your screen right now, but we actually wanted it further reinforced with iron rods.
Sorry, I've got something to say.
Yes.
Do you know that in the cities, obviously this is very important, it's an important point. In the cities, you would never erect a building without putting up the iron bars.
In the cities?
Is
that commercial buildings or domestic?
Whatever building that is, you need to put up all those things. But in the countries, like in the where we call the village, you don't do that. It's not necessary.
In the village? Oh,
yes,
wow.
in the village, don't
That's
do that.
interesting.
No, you don't.
Okay.
Really, you don't have to. Because you can even leave your door open and go out and come back. You know.
Is it still the same now?
Yeah,
wow.
In my own village.
Your own village, yeah.
Yeah, okay. And I mean that it's applicable to the villages. They are very safe there.
People are a bit more pure there, so to speak.
Yeah.
A bit more simple.
Yeah, it's a bit more simple because the thing is, everybody that lives in the city comes from my village.
Yeah,
where I come from.
In African context, yeah.
African context. So at the end of the day, you still have to go home back to your village. So the city is more like a hustling place, but the village, which is the countryside, is exactly where you come from. Just like living in London, but actually your home is Kent. You know, that's how we live.
Oh, I see. Yeah, okay, very enough.
Inside Kent.
Oh, like a family home.
Like a family home.
Okay, same principle.
Yeah. Not same principle here. It's different here.
Similar. If you live in London, but
no, because if you live in London, if they ask you where you're from, you say you're from London.
Oh, okay, fine, yeah. Okay.
It's no longer, where you live, where you build your house is where you. But for us, you could build your house anywhere, but you're not from there. You're still from your home, where your father, your forefathers are from. That's where you are from.
Right. Okay,
so and that's where you identify with, and that's where you live.
Exactly.
Really. Because when I meet someone from Biafra, they wouldn't ask me where do you live. They ask me where are you from. And I'll tell them exactly where I'm from. And then they ask who's your father? What village? What father? That's what they want to know. Then you tell them. So you're not really known by yourself, but by your father, your forefathers, and your village. Sorry, I sweat a little bit.
Good. That's so good. Good to know. So we decided we wanted our design reinforced with iron rods, because the more iron rods you have in your burglar-proof bar installation, the more difficult it is to cut, okay? Especially for the ground floor windows, Obviously, they still go on the first floor as well, but the ground floor is prime. So if you've got iron rods in them, then it's much more difficult to cut. So here is a revised quote, a third quotation we received for all 37 windows using that design, but reinforced with 16mm iron rods. And that came to 26,135 Ghana cedis, which is probably about, I don't know, £2,800 in terms of our currency, and in dollars, probably about $4,000 approximately. Obviously, you can check the forex rates yourself, right? So that is obviously more expensive with the iron rods, but more secure. But here's a money-saving tip. Again, you need to consider this. You can decide to have the burglar proof bars that are on the ground floor or with iron rods, but the ones that are on the first floor without iron rods, but just with the standard 3/4 inch or 1 inch pipes.
I should have asked you this question. What are we doing upstairs then?
Well, we are yet to decide.
Okay.
We're yet to decide. At the moment we receive the quotations, but we're yet to decide whether we'll have iron rods both up and down, or just have iron rods on the ground floor and the standard pipes on the first floor.
Okay.
Yes, because we have to decide. The reason being, when obviously ground floor is easy. If a burglar is coming in and wants to go on the first floor, he needs a ladder. Yeah. Okay, and the burglars want to get in and get out quickly.
Yeah.
So they're going to be on a ladder. If they're going to be on a ladder, and they're cutting at the same time, they need to maintain balance whilst on the first floor. So if you like, it's a bit more tricky.
Yeah.
So if they see an opportunity on the first floor, window open, whatever, they want to get on a ladder, in and out quickly.
Yeah.
So you may not necessarily need to go through the extra expense of getting iron rods on the first floor. Okay, that's the reason. But obviously, you need to balance this out with if you have any extensive balconies where they can get on a ladder and stand on the balcony and take their time to cut.
My God, you have to put all those into consideration.
Of course. But obviously they want to be quiet as well, and they know typically the bedrooms are mostly on the first floor. Yeah. So again, they want to be as quiet as possible if they come into the first floor rather than the ground, where
basically you're thinking like a thief now, because you catch one, you gotta think like one.
You have to think like one, Yeah. But all of this, you don't need to spend so much on everything. You need to look at security from a holistic point of view, and we'll do another video with cost information and system description when it comes to security. But you know, for most homes in Ghana, we're going to have an electric fence around the
yes,
fence
they
wall.
do that these days.
Electric fence, and whilst you know it can be overcome with some, you can put foam and insulators. You know, when you touch it, it's linked to a siren as well. That will not just potentially somebody can get electrocuted. You can have a siren that goes off when it's depressed. Okay, but if you get past the electric fence, then you have we have sensors in the compound and CCTV cameras as well that pick up an alarm. You know, if you get past that and you get through the windows, if you then you can have an intruder alarm system as well, so that if you open the door, if you're able to force the door open or slide the windows open, then that will sound an alarm as well. So there are various levels of security that you need to consider overall. And then you can balance your cost out. You know, you may not need to have all the iron rods, because you've got so many levels before they get to the windows.
That sounds a little bit scary. I've been listening to it. Wow. So you know, I don't know, are you going to be put off? I don't know. It's not that bad.
It's not that bad.
But it's just that we like to take precautionary measures.
Yeah.
Kingsley likes to take like security measures to another level.
Fort Knox. But like I said, you know, you need to address it to your own personal circumstances. But at the same time, when you go to Rome, you do what the Romans are doing. Our neighbours all have, you know, burglar-proof, you know, burglar-proof installations on their windows and CCTV cameras and electric fence. So, you know, we just do what the Romans do. Hopefully, it's not, you know, you don't really need it, but you just take a balanced, holistic view as to what you want in your home, depending on where you live. You know, perhaps if you're living in a gated community, you may not need to go to that extent, because the gated community itself, they have their own 24-hour security.
Yeah.
So you may not need to go to that extent. So it depends on where you're buying your home. Although I have heard of some thefts in gated communities as well.
Yeah, I have.
So it's not unheard of, but obviously far more minimal than if you were not in a gated
It's not
community.
that scary. It's not as scary as it sounds. You know?
Yes, it's not. Yeah,
but we just have to tell you what's obtainable. You know, the way it is, and rather than under expect, and then you get the blow.
Exactly.
Okay?
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, if you can afford to over prepare or over protect, then that's not a bad thing.
No, it's not.
It's not a bad thing then to under prepare. But obviously, like I said, look at the whole picture so that you don't overspend or underspend. You need to get the spending pitch to get it right.
Yeah.
Exactly that. You know. Yeah. So just to protect yourself from any unwanted guest or any opportunist, really. So you know, this is just really a brief video about burglar proof, and hopefully the cost information that I provided is helpful and can allow you and help you to budget for your home, depending on where your home is. And you know, that's it really. And do you have anything else to add on that?
Not really. Yeah, I'm just looking forward to going home. That's all.
That's all. Okay, guys. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. And as usual, please like, share, subscribe, and hit that notification button so that you would always be notified when Asher and Gat upload a new video, which we plan to do on a regular basis, on a regular weekly basis, for your viewing and educational pleasure, as usual. So, that's a wrap.
That's a wrap.
Alright, that's a wrap
Alright.
from you. Okay, guys. Take care and see you next time.